Hi, I'm Britta with Bestop's marketing team, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Supertop NX on this TJ behind me. The Supertop NX is just like the factory style soft top, but with even more features. Jeff's going to help me out. When you order a Supertop NX, it's going to come in a box like this. We'll show you just what you should get in your kit.
Let's start with this fabric so that we can get it spread out in the sun. I'm going to take this over here.
It helps if you lay the fabric in the sun because it's going to heat up and it'll be a lot easier to install. You'll get 2 door surrounds.
You get the bows, which we will assemble in a second.
You'll get the top arch bar. This is going to keep your top nice and tight and prevent puddling from rain.
This is the factory style windshield header.
Tailgate bar.
These are plastic reinforcing for the back cornered, and we'll show you how to put those in a minute.
You'll also get a bag of small parts, which we'll show you while we install it. But you'll want to make sure to follow your instruction guide to make sure you have all of these. Okay, let's get started. The first step is to assemble your rear bow. You can tell which is the rear bow because it has the snaps going across it.
We need to add these legs to it, and you got to take this little screw out. We want these quick release bow knuckles to face inside, so I know that this one goes on this side of it. And then we're going to line up those holes and put this screw back in. Okay.
All right, so that's the first step. Your rear bow is now assembled. Next, you want to assemble the side bows to the header. This is the windshield channel that goes towards the front of your Jeep.
So with this header upside down, you've got a left and a right one on these too, so make sure that you do it with this knuckle facing out and with this bend going up. There's a lot of little screws here, Britta. But if you want to identify which is which, they actually match up life size with page 2 of the install guide.
Well, that's really helpful.
So we know we need these little guys right here.
Yep. So when you're finished, it should look like this. Next, you want to secure the center bow, which is this piece here with the fabric straps, to the header assembly.
Don't forget that you are installing this upside down.
Next, you want to mount the pivot brackets to the sport bars. The pivot brackets are these 2 pieces, and they're marked left and right. The left is the driver's side.
You do need to unzip these so that you can get to the bracket. And you are going to need the favorite Torx wrench to put these in. If your Jeep came with a factory soft top, you may already have bow mount brackets, but you should take those off and use the ones that came with the Supertop NX because we've got extra holes that allows you to adjust your top and keep it really tight. I'm going to put the header on, walk around.
Attach the header bow to the top piece of the pivot bracket. You just need to pull out on the knob to slide it in. All right, Jeff, now we're going to mount this rear bow assembly to the other pivot bracket. Great thing about these pivot brackets is that you can adjust your top later if you want to make it tighter or looser. All right, Jeff, now we need to use these straps to attach the rear bow. There's already 3 holes in the strap as well as the bow on each side, so it's really easy to just screw in. Make sure to take the strap and wrap it around the outside of the bow. Your next step is to install the door surrounds. You want to make sure the curved part of the door surround faces the back of the vehicle. So just line up the holes of the door surround with the sport bar and then take your knobs and screw them in. Alright, so what you want to do next is install your tailgate mounts, which are these pieces here. They're marked with a left and a right, and once again, the left is the driver's side. We actually have 2 of them on this Jeep already. If you need to put these tailgate brackets in for the first time, you do need to drill into your Jeep. It's just 2 holes per side, and there's a dimple that shows you where to put the hole. Just use one of these, and there's nothing to it.
Next is the top arch. Goes into these little slots right here, and it uses just a little tension to get that in. And then this paper is just to protect the foam in shipping.
Next, you want to install the fabric to the bows. We've had our fabric laying out in the sun. It makes it a lot easier to install because it's nice and pliable when it gets warmed up. So just lay the fabric with the inside of the fabric facing up. And Jeff, I know we've talked about this. It gets a little confusing for people because they're installing this kind of upside down, right?
Absolutely. The trick is really to wrap this around it, and it kind of fits into it like a pocket.
And you'll see we have the white side of the fabric, like I said, facing up. Now you just need to drill the fabric into the windshield channel. And the holes are marked out for you. It's also helpful to start from the middle like Jeff's doing because it helps you to get it all lined up. Then just install the corner screws into the header channel. All right, so now that your fabric's attached to the windshield channel, just fold it all up. You want to get all the bows. Secure the side bow to the door surround with the pivot pin.
Just got to flip this fabric all the way back. These plastic pieces are designed to go in these little pockets on these back corners, and that keeps this arm or leg of this top really stiff. There's a little pocket for it with a zipper. That zipper is intentionally designed without a pole. That's to keep things from rattling.
Then you just want to snap the fabric to the rear bow. All right, Jeff, now we have these plastic stiffeners in there. We just have to pull down on the rear corner and attach the corners just by slipping the belt rail in. And then attach the header latches. We're going to wrap the fabric around and attach it to the center bow. All right, let's put the windows on. So you need to attach your rear window to your tailgate bar. One thing you might want to check first is just make sure you see that the tailgate bar goes in like this with this weather bulb facing down. So your fabric is going to line up and go into this channel here. You need to take it out to put the fabric in.
This way.
So you just slide that tube right on through. It's really just that simple. And then just zip in your window.
Britta, the last things left over, these 2 straps.
Yep.
They actually go on the inside and they snap to the bow right here and right here.
All right.
And that helps you roll your back window up so you can keep it rolled up while you drive down the road.
Very cool. So all in all, I'd say that install of the Supertop NX on this TJ was fairly easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the install guide says it takes about 3 hours. We did it in about 2, but we've had a lot of practice. So really anybody can do this at home.